So we went through some colors and numbers. And then we also went through some of the animals. So we'll do a little review before we go any further. Did you get the new curriculum for week 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do a review. There's only 2 of you here. I don't know. Others will be showing up. So we're just going to do a review and give them a little bit of time. So we're going to start with the colors.
Nicole, can I ask you something?
Yep.
You just said, did we get the new curriculum week 1 and 2?
Yeah.
For the next 6 weeks?
No, just week 1 and 2. We'll get the other curriculum out for the following week.
Okay, because I don't know if I got that. I got something with colors and animals and...
Yep, that would be it.
Oh, that's it. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll go through the numbers and then we'll go through the colors. And then there's only 2 of us, 3 of us here today. So it should go a little bit quicker. So 1, gutta. And you can just follow along as I go through them. I'll say them twice and you can follow along at home. Gutta. 2, nisha. 3, nacha. 4, nawa. 5, nalin. 6, guttash. 7, nishash. 8, chash. 9, noli. 10, weenbutt. 11, guttanika. And we'll go a little bit further in numbers as we get through the curriculum. Red, we talked about inanimate and animate. So almost, I think all the colors except for pink in the animate form end with so. They're a little bit different in animate. So we'll start with inanimate. For red is mahka. Yellow is wisawa. Green is askasque.
Nicole?
Yeah.
I was listening to last week again, and on my sheet, it's got, now how do you say red animate?
Mahka.
Is that spelled Keew?
Yep.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if I was following it correctly. Okay.
The double E sound is more like a ah. So they use a double vowel system. So the spelling is like the double E is a ah, the double I is a long E. So the spelling is a little bit different. So it helps if you write it down the way you hear it too.
Okay.
So we'll go with purple. Purple is lauwawi whiskey mapamokwe. And then remember, gray and brown are the same. Wipongwe. Pink is machalachin. Blue is olika. White is wapa. Orange is alanjapamokwe. And black is zika. That is the inanimate form. So now we'll go through the animate form. Red is makso. Yellow is wisauso. Green is askasco. Purple, lawawi whiskey mapamokso. Gray and brown again are the same. Wipongso. Pink stays the same. Machalachin. Blue, Olixo. White, Wapso. Orange, Alanjapamokso. And black, Zixo. Do you want me to repeat any of those before we move on? I just wanted to review and make sure that you have the sounds down. If not, we'll go on to the animals. Okay. Horse. Nayonges. And I think I'll have you repeat animals just because we didn't go through them as strong as we did with the colors and numbers. So we can do this together. There's only 3 of us, so I don't think it will be too much of a noise problem. So let's say horse, nayonges. Dog, Mwakanao. Bear, Mach. Fox, Wolf. Remember we talked about wolf having 2 different ways of saying it. In our community, though, we stick with Patukwasi. Deer, Atto. Then we'll go on to the next one. Do you like it when I do individual, or do you want me to? Is it okay to do it together?
I think individual helps.
Okay, we'll do it individual then. We'll start with Bonnie and Norbu then. Squirrel, Pasakwalinjao. Bonnie?
Pasakwalinjao.
Zoo, Pasakwalinjao. Awesome. Raccoon, Aspen. Bonnie?
Aspen.
Awesome. Sue?
Aspen.
Awesome. Skunk, Skawkwis. Bonnie?
Skawkwis. I'm not sure. Is it written on here? Say Skawkwis. Skawkwis. Right here. Read it. Skawkwis.
Awesome. Sue, Skawkwis.
Squawk. Oh, can you say it again?
Skawkwis.
Skawkwis. It's hard
So,
to pronounce.
remember last week I had a porcupine, and I'm working on it. I'm getting really close to finding out how to say porcupine. I just need a little bit more research, but I'm getting close. But I changed it to a otter. So otter is Quinamoch. Bonnie? Quinamoch. Awesome. Sue, Quinamoch.
Quinamoch.
Awesome. Rabbit is moshkinguis. Moshkinguis. Bonnie?
Moshkinguis.
Musquingus.
Awesome. Sue, moshkinguis.
Moshkinguish.
Beaver is a moch. A moch. Bonnie?
A moch. Marble.
A moch.
Awesome. Sue, a moch.
A moch.
Awesome. So now we're going to go into birds. I don't know if we got to the birds last week. Did we? I'm not sure.
No.
So the first one is a crow. You say a hat, or there's no guttural. A has. Bonnie?
A haz.
A half.
Awesome. Sue, a has.
Ahas. Ahas.
Yeah. The second one is a raven. Quachahas. Bonnie? Quachahas.
Quackahas.
Quachahas.
Sue, quachahas.
Quashahas.
The next one is a bald eagle. Wapalinow. Bonnie?
Oh, Cooper has the eagle here. Okay. Wapalinow?
It's okay.
Wapalinow. Marble.
Wapawin now.
Sue, Wapalinow.
Wapalinow.
The next one is a hawk. A walla.
Walla.
A walla.
Or you could
Sue, a wallow.
A wallow.
Then the hummingbird, lilitash. Bonnie?
Lilichash.
Lalita.
Sue, lilitash.
Lilitrash.
And then the robin, chishkokish. Bonnie?
Chish cocus. Kiss or kuss?
Kish. Ish.
Chish-
Chishkokish.
Chish cocus.
It's an I sound. Chishkokish.
Chish cocus.
Like SH at the end, so it's ish, ISH sound. Chishkokish.
Chish cokish.
Ah,
On our paper, it's KOOS. Is it more like IISH sounding?
Chishkokish. It's still. I took that out of the dictionary, but the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the rules don't apply.
Right.
So it's
more
ish.
like ish. Okay.
Yeah.
Chish
Chish
cokish.
Yeah. Sue, chishkokish.
Shishkokish. Shishkokish.
Lit. So, let me go to the next one. This one is just visuals, but I didn't line them up. So I'm just going to go through some descriptive words. This helps when we start speaking. So, ni is me. Ni is me. Bonnie?
Go ahead.
Me.
Knee.
You.
Yeah. Sue, ni.
Knee.
Yeah. So you see the I sound is a long E. You is key. Bonnie? I heard Norblue already say it.
Key.
Sue, key.
Key.
So he or she is naka. Naka. Bonnie?
Naka.
They naka.
No, he or she. Naka.
The naka.
Sue, naka.
Naka.
We, excluding the listener, is actually, I think that's backwards. It'd be we, including the listener, is nilona. Nilona. Bonnie, nilona.
Nilona.
I don't know how I did that, but we, including the listener. So nilona. So if I'm talking about everybody, including myself. So nilona. Sue, nilona.
Nilona.
So kilona is actually excluding the listener. Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. It's right. So nilona is excluding the listener. Kilona is including the listener.
Okay.
This one's actually easier to do in person. So Bonnie, kilona, that's including the listener.
Kilona.
Sue, kilona.
Kilona.
So I know in the English language, they don't have a word for use. So we do in ours, use. So it's excluding the speaker. So use. Kiloa. Bonnie, kiloa.
Kiloa.
Sue, kiloa.
Kiloa.
And then they. So neither the listener or the speaker. Nakawa. Nakawa. Bonnie.
Go ahead, honey.
Nakawa.
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 Sue, Nakawa.
Nakawa.
I just wanted to throw that in there because as we start speaking, it will be easier to understand which form you're speaking in. If you're talking about me, you, them. And we'll get more into that so that we can start.
Nicole, use, that means everybody or?
It means excluding the speaker and the listener. So kilona is including the listener.
Okay.
Nilona is excluding the listener. Kiloa is excluding both the listener and the speaker.
So who are you're talking about? Other people then?
Yeah, in placement. I completely lost all my language stuff and I was in a hurry to get over here. So I'm gonna do some type of worksheets to kind of go through it so that you can see how it works, and we'll do it repetitively a few times.
Okay.
So that you get used to it, because it's a little bit different than English. I know there's this activity that we would do in person, so we could do groups and we could place people so that you can actually see it, because it gets a little bit confusing. So next week I will make up these worksheets so that we can keep repeating it, because it works better that way. I just wanted to kind of introduce it.
Okay.
So next week I'll have, sentence worksheets so that we might use colors and animals since we already worked on them, and putting them in place so that we can kind of figure that out. It's just some getting used to. I know I probably confused you more because.
Well, it makes sense. Nilona, ni is me, right? So Nilona is us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Kilona is you.
Yep. Okay. We wanted to do some weather, and I'm just going to go through the weather, and then we'll talk about how to make it a question, how to make it a statement. So the first one, it's raining. So sokalan, sokalan. Bonnie?
Sokalan.
Sokalan.
The second one is snowing. We now. Oh, sorry, Sue.
Oh, sorry.
Sokalan.
Sokalan.
The next one is snowing. We now. We now. Bonnie?
We now.
We now.
Sue? We now.
We now.
The next one is cloudy. Akumakwit. Akumakwit. Bonnie?
Akumakwit.
Akuma. Quit.
Sue, akumakwit.
Akumakwit.
The next one is it's thundering. Pepatakwit. Pepatakwit. Bonnie?
Oh, it's Papatakwi.
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 Sue, pepatakwit.
Papatakwi.
The next one is it's foggy. Awanichin. Awanichin. Bonnie?
Awanichin.
Onihin.
Sue, awanichin.
Awanish.
And then it's nice, or it's sunny. How do I don't have my language stuff, so I don't know if I said it's a nice day or it's sunny out. What does it have on your sheet?
Sunny.
It is sunny.
It is sunny. Can you spell it for me?
WAASULAANDEEW.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wasalindau. Wasalindau. Bonnie, Wasalindau.
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 Sue, Wasalindau.
Wasalindau.
Yeah, I had another word in my head. So, let's see. I just want to see if I can pull up the other slide. Week 6. No. No, those are recordings. Can you still see the screen?
Yep.
What do you see on the screen?
The weather pictures.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm trying to maneuver through this and I don't know how. So, let me see. What is that? Week 4. Oh no, that's not it either. Okay. So I don't have the slides with me for this week's. So I know we went through the weather, but we were also going to go through numbers. So I don't have anything to share with you, but I can go through the numbers. We were going to go through, what does it have on there? 20. Do you have up to 20 on your sheet?
Yes, 11 to 20.
Okay. So I have nothing to follow along with, so bear with me. So 11, gutanika, gutanika. Bonnie?
Tanika.
Botanica.
Sue, gutanika.
Gutanika. Gutanika.
12 is nishanika, nishanika. Bonnie?
Nishanika.
Nishanika.
Sue, nishanika. Or,
Ni-
yeah,
Nishanika.
sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. 13 is nachanika, nachanika. Bonnie?
Nachanika.
Yahanika.
Sue, nachanika.
Nachanika.
14 is nawanika, nawanika. Bonnie?
Nawanika.
Nawanika.
Sue?
Nawanika.
15 is nalanan, nalananika, nalananika.
Nalananika.
Nalina.
Nalananika.
16 is gutash tahanika, gutash tahanika. Bonnie?
Tahanika.
Gutash Katani.
Gutashtahanika.
17 is nishash tahanika, nishash tahanika.
Nishash Tahanika.
Nitash Tanika.
Nishashtahanika. Tahanika.
18 is chash tahanika, chash tahanika. Bonnie?
Hash Tahanika.
Hashtahanika.
Sue? Chash tahanika.
Hashtanika. No. Hashtahanika.
19 is noli tahanika, noli tahanika. Bonnie?
Noli Tahanika.
Noli Tahanika.
Noli Tahanika.
And then 20 is taquinaka, taquinaka. Bonnie?
Queenaka.
Tahinaka.
Tahwinaka.
Taquinaka.
Tahwinaka.
Yeah, the bigger, so like they get a little bit longer. So like when we get to 20, it'll be taquinake, taquinake, walk, gutta. Taquinake, walk, nisha, taquinake, walk, nacha. And they kind of stay that way until you hit 100. And then it gets a little bit more confusing and walk is and. So we'll go through some more numbers. Next week, I think I think we can go to maybe 40, just so you can start seeing the placements. And then after that, you'll see the pattern. And then I can give you, 40, 50, 60, because that's what's going to change, because then it's going to be walk 1. So it'll be 30 walk and 1, 30 and 2, until we get to 100. So when it gets to 100, it will change. So I'll give you the placements for all those, and then we'll skip to 100. So you can see how it changes there. But I think after you kind of get that pattern down and that, that rhythm, counting isn't too difficult. It's just getting that pattern and sound. So, was there anything that was on the sheet? I know it's going a little bit faster because there's only a couple of us.
It has basic, descriptive,
Is that Nikki?
woman, man.
Oh no.
girl.
Okay. So there's woman, man, girl, boy, little girl, little boy, baby. Okay. So woman is ochque. Ochque. Bonnie?
Oh, back.
Oh, wow.
Man is lino. Lino. Bonnie?
Lino.
Window.
Leno.
Girl is does it say ochque?
It ends in UW.
Can you hold your paper? Because I don't know if you're describing girl or little girl. Oh, higher. Oh, I can't really see it. So their little girl is ochquashish. And they're saying wow. So like I actually never did girl and boy different. I always learned it, but this is how when I was doing my research, how I found it. So when I was taught,
on there.
he would tell us girl and boy as ochquashish and skahanzo. So but in the research that I found, there was a different way to say girl and boy, and then little girl and little boy. So bear with me. If you can read it, because I've never used the difference before. I've always only used ochquashish for girl across the board and skahanzo for boy across the board. So for girl and boy, can you spell girl for me?
OXKWEEW. Oh, no, sorry, that's woman. Okay. OXKWEEWUW.
So it would be ochque, ochque, ochque. It's the ending is e. Say it one more time.
OXKWEEWUW.
So it'd be like woe at the end. Ochque, wo, ochque, wo. So that's for this girl. What is boy?
Boy is SKAHUNSOW.
So it'd be skahanzo. Skahanzo. What did they? What do they have for little boy?
SHKAHUNZHOOSH.
Skahanjish. Okay, that makes sense to me. I just never learned it that way. But when I seen it, I thought I should share it. So we'll go through them. For girl, ochquaco, ochquaco. Bonnie?
Ochquaco.
Sue? Ochquaco.
Ochquaco.
And then for boy? Skahanjo. Skahanzo.
Gahanzo. Nobody knew.
Gahanzo.
Shahanzo. Shkahanzo.
For a little girl, ochquashish. Ochquashish. Bunny.
Oh, practice.
My
Sue.
turn. Oh,
Yep.
could you say it again, Nicole?
Ochquashish. Ochquashish.
Oh, Quashish.
And little boy, Skahanjosh. Skahanjosh.
Gahanjo.
So the ZH sound is like the S in pleasure.
Okay. Gahanjo.
Skahanjo.
So there's a S. Skahanjosh. Skahanjosh.
Skahanjos.
Skahanjosh. Yeah.
Skahanjos.
And then baby is Amimijish. Amimijish.
Amimijish.
Sue
Oh, I'm
Amimijish.
sorry. Amimishish.
Amimijish. So there's a ZH in there, right? So it's the S sound in pleasure. So Amimijish. Amimijish.
Amimijish.
Yeah.
Amimijish.
Is that all of them?
Old woman and old man.
Old woman and old man. Can you spell old man for me?
Old man. MIHLOOSUS.
So that's another thing I came across, and I don't know why this is, but when I was taught, so old woman, you can spell. Is it key cat? How can you spell it?
KIHTOXKWEES.
See, and that's another thing that I came across, and the reason I put them out here the way that I put them was because when I was researching, I found different ways of saying it. So it's the way that it's described. And so like in the past, KeyCast, I was always understood that it was like elderly, but when I found this, it's woman, older woman. So I didn't know the man or the word for old man. So when I found this, I thought that it's better to share. So I just always thought it was elderly. So old woman is hold on. Kitakach. Ugh. See, I don't use it very much. Kitachgas. 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 So the U is a I, like a short I. Kitachgas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you say it again, Nicole?
Kitachgas. Almost like a tick, but with the guttural instead of a C. So kitachgas.
Yes. What's the W? What's the ending? Kito.
Is it so? So is it SEW? Kitachgas. Are you looking at?
It's WEES.
The ending kitachgas.
Yes.
I'm used to hearing it fast, so it's like kitachgas. But
That's your drink? Love that you have all your animals ready. Kitachgas.
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 Talk.
So it's specific to one woman. Ki, one older lady. Ki tuchkas.
Kitochas.
Took grass.
Yeah, like the W.
Tochras. Kitochras.
Ki tuchkas. So it's almost like it's there, but it's not. Do you Ki tuchkas. Ki
Kitochras.
tuchkas.
Kitochras.
Old man. Melosis.
Melosis.
Melosis. The double O, generally when it's followed by a S, is like a O. I don't know. It's like kind of got a O. It's like a long O, but it blends into the S. So melosis. Melosis.
Melosis.
I can go through them again. We have a few minutes. So woman is ochqua. Ochqua. So the end of the W on woman is almost silent. It's like you can feel it, but you don't really hear it. So ochqua. Man, lino. And see here again, the first U is an I sound, and the second U is a long O sound. So lino. And usually that's only at the end. If it's UW, it'll be the long O sound. So lino.
Lino.
So girl, ochqua. Well, ochqua. Oh,
Ochquaqua.
ochqua. Oh. So again, it's at the end, so it's the O sound instead of the I sound. Ochqua. Oh.
Ochquaqua.
Boy, skahanzo.
Skahanzo.
Gahanzo.
Skahanzo.
Little girl, ochquashish. Ochquashish.
Ochquashish.
Ochwashish. Ochwashish.
Little boy, skahanjosh. Skahanjosh.
Skahanjos.
Gahanjosh.
Skahanjos.
Josh.
Josh.
Josh, yeah. Old woman, ki techkas. Ki techkas.
Ki tuchwas.
Ki tochwes.
It's like tech. It's like a class. Ki techkas.
Ki tochwes.
Old man, melosis. Melosis.
Melosis.
Melosis.
We can go over them again next week. We'll review the second two parts. So we'll review the numbers and then 11 to 20, and then we'll review man, boy, girl. Is there any questions or any more input that anybody wants to put on here? Oh, I didn't go through this. We can do this when we do a review next week. So when you're saying it's raining out, you say Sokolan. But if you're asking somebody if it's raining, you would say Sokolan ha. Same for rain or snowing. We now ha. It's windy. Kashach and ha. I don't think I had windy on there. So you add ha on the end to make it a question. And then your statement would be, you could say ah for yeah, or you could say Sokolan, it is raining. So that's kind of simple. A lot of times you'll hear ha in between the pronoun and the action verb, but in this circumstance, it's easy. You just have to add ha. But that determines the difference between question and statement. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Or anything that they would like to learn for next week, whether it be animals, more weather. Next week when we go through the slides, we'll ask and answer. The other idea is kind of going through like today, yesterday, last night, tonight, tomorrow, those things, so that I'm just trying to formulate words that you can start forming sentences.
That sounds good.
Okay. And then I'm writing myself a note. So and I'll try to get the rest of the curriculum out for the rest of the next 4 weeks before Friday or by Friday. Well, before Friday. Okay. All right. If there's no more questions, I think we can wrap it up.
Anisha,
Anisha, you can go.
Anisha, you can go. Bye.
Okay. Love you, Chinelo.